So, 2.2 has been released finally, and hi, hello. I haven't uploaded here in a while. Anyway, what the topic of today's video is the fact that a lot of people have been saying that the update is disappointing or underwhelming. Now, I I think that I kind of have the reason as to why. Uh, and I don't think it's underwhelming. I think it's just not as overwhelming as people expected. Which is because almost everything that has been released in 2.2 has already been shown before 2.2 was released. For example, all the pixel blocks, the camera, the camera triggers, the random triggers. Half of these things were shown way back in 2017. Now, the platform mode, obviously, a little bit later, but that was also at first shown in 2018, and I think that's the main reason why people aren't that happy with the update. Well, not. I mean, obviously not everyone, right? Like I've seen some people say this on Twitter, but I mean, obviously, GD Twitter is uh um a hot a steaming pile of garbage to say the least, and there's gonna be people there that are just either wrong or stupid or both, usually both. And I don't really agree with this sentiment that the GD the that 2.2 is underwhelming. I think it's just, yeah, as I said, that the update is everything that we expected and not a lot more, which is which also brings on another topic as to was it worth the wait, and like probably not. I still think that we shouldn't have waited for this update for 7 years. Uh, because like this update has been in the works for 7 years, and if it was just made in chunks and not as a whole massive mess that is basically a new game at this point, uh, it it might have kept the community more alive, even though the community, because of the nature of the game, obviously is still very lively because it's mostly creator driven, right? I still think that it could have been more so if RobTop released updates earlier, and that's kind of obvious, right? Like that's just, I think we all know that to some degree, and I think that most of us are happy with the fact that the update has at least been released, which is, some people have been saying that it would never release, and I myself did not think so. I did think from the very beginning to the very end that it would eventually release, and the fact that it has released is insane, right? Like there was a release date, and Rob Top did not really build up to that. And some people have been saying that, yeah, this is a good thing, which is like, yeah, okay, it is a good thing, but Robtar just shouldn't have added as many features as he did in the first place. And I still think that the fact that we've been waiting for it for that long is not a good thing in general. I think that we definitely could have gotten it sooner, but essentially, I still think that the update is good because it had to release eventually, and better now than never, I guess. And I've just really been enjoying it. For example, I've beaten a couple of platformer demons, and I I really like the new update. I think that most of us can agree with it, and I heard. I mean, like there were a lot of controversial opinions about 2.2 during 2.1, For example, that it was, as I previously mentioned, that was never going to be released, which obviously turned out to be not true. That it would ruin the game and things like that, which is also another thing is that 2.2 has barely come out, and judging 2.2 by the current levels is like judging 2.1 by early 2017 levels. And I think that's just gonna be the case for like that what we have right now in 2.2 is kind of the more generic levels, but I do believe that these will improve and we will get levels of higher quality eventually. Because of course we will. I mean, we've already had some insane levels, like whole ass mini games. It's been insane, right? Like, and don't get me wrong. I still think that this update could have been better and it should have been released way earlier. But we just probably shouldn't have had this many features in the first place in the same update. That's basically all I wanted to say for today. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch. Join the Discord server. Link in the description. And yeah, thanks for watching. Okay, let me just beat this fucking level. Uh, let's go.